in terms of areas to improve. So this is more of an how do we access our knowledge in terms of cloud application. So basically from there, I can suggest how we can improve more on this.
Okay. Okay. And like even from the architect standpoint of view, like what all decisions can be taken, whether will this course will help to, you know, identify the scope or identify the business requirements and convert that into solution as a
Okay.
consultant or architect. Will that help or how is it?
Yeah, so that's what. So I can give you the requirement that I have taken, and
Okay.
I can give you the solution how I came up to this thing.
Okay.
So I
Okay.
can give that part actually. So whatever
Uh,
the experience that I have gained, so probably I can share that with you.
Okay, okay, cool, okay. And then seventh one is about the migration strategy. Is it like required or whether we're discussing this or how is it? Um,
Yeah, so migration strategy basically will talk about two things. So one is that so definitely we'll talk about when we see the inventory
okay,
and then the purchase order. Okay, because we done the migration activities. So I'll be sharing that as an example, but we'll not be able to do the migration exactly. But
sure.
I'll tell you what how to do it and what are the steps involved in it and what are the prerequisites that you will need it and what would be the good or the best practice to have or design your migration strategy, so that we'll discuss.
Okay, fine. And then scoping, planning, consideration, you said that we'll discuss it. This is fine. And then moving on to
Yeah.
ninth one, this will not be, this is not a part of this course. Is it like the warehouse management when we say supply chain or a part of it will be
Yeah,
covered? Or?
warehouse, I mean, we are not handling it
Okay,
because warehouse it is the advanced course. So
okay,
I'm not taking that one. So that will be by another consultant. So part of this course, we are covering procurement, inventory, and order management.
order management. Okay, fine. So then moving on to 10th one, like let's say after completing this, like will I be in a position to say that I have done some implementations in say the pharma or healthcare or manufacturing organizations or that is
So
on 10th one.
pharma or logistics, I haven't worked with. So I can give the sample of retail, and I can give you the sample of manufacturing industry. So this is kind of an FMC. Okay. So
Okay,
that I can give you as an sample. Probably
okay,
using that, maybe you can show yourself as an consultant who implemented this solution for this industry, so that you can say. But pharma, I haven't worked actually.
okay, okay, fine. So and then the 11th one, I somewhere like while going through, I read about SOW and also does it like is it required?
SOW is more of an pre-sale activity, so
Okay,
SOW will not be talking about it.
okay, okay. And 12th one, stages or phases of implementation, like whether we'll
Yeah.
be covering this
Yeah,
right
so
from this.
phases of implementation, if you see, so first thing is that it's about the demonstration, and using this probably we'll get the project, and once the project is ready, and that is when we'll start our the kick off the project. Okay, so
Okay,
once this is done, so we'll have the basic understanding in terms of understanding their business or how they are doing it and what is their application and all those things we'll look at it.
okay,
So now, once this requirement is understood, so then we will
uh-huh.
have to, yeah. So once this requirement is understood, so then we'll have
Okay,
to look at scoping first thing,
okay,
because so that is where the SOW comes in. So now
okay,
the scoping, the reason why we talk about scoping is that, so in any implementation project, it is not limited to 10% or 20% customization if we don't have this SOW in place or the scoping in place. So this will keep on dragging because let's say I'm talking about an inventory report. So today I might need 10 columns in the report. So tomorrow I might need 15 columns. So it's never ending process. So that is the reason we put the scope there. Okay.
Yeah.
So now after scoping, so we will understand or we'll frame the solution or the fit gap analysis. So after analysis, we will come to a stage that for this particular process which we have identified, so this is the solution that we can provide. So now
Okay.
this will be documented and this will be signed off by the business users. That means it could be the manager level and then or whatever the level it could be. So basically it will be signed off by the business. Once it is signed off, so we'll know this is the solution that we are going to implement. So from there the instance will be provisioned. It could be so first we'll use the test environment to do the configurations and all those things. So here we will take some time in terms of setup and these things. So once our configurations are done, so we'll go for CRP1. So usual practice is that in CRP1 we'll show the functionalities or the capabilities of Oracle in with line with their solution or the solution that we have provided them. Okay. So after this, we will have the CRP2, which includes the integrations and the open points that we have captured in CRP1. So all those things, right?
Okay.
So based on this, it could extend to CRP3 or we could stop with CRP2 if everything goes well. So after this, we will have the UAT, which means that we'll give the
Okay.
system to user. So user will so before that we'll give the basic training and also we have conducted multiple sessions for them. So they will also know they will aware about the product. So how this will be used. Okay. So based on this, we'll give the system to the user. So they will have to check and come back to us. These are the things that is matched the process, whatever the process that they are doing. So let's say they are creating this intra transfer. So whether the solution that we have given is in line with them. So they will have to confirm us back saying that yes, I have all those functionalities. So once this UAT is confirmed, so then we'll plan for the migration. So then this is the final check that we have it in the test environment. Okay. So here we'll have the items and then we'll have the purchase orders and the sales orders. So again, it depends on the data migration strategy that we are taking up. Okay. So if we are going only for the open transaction, so probably we'll not do a detailed data migration, but instead we'll have only at what do you call the purchase order and the item balances and these things. Okay. So now once the migration is done, so we'll have to get it validated with the user. Once user confirms it, so that is where we'll start our production configurations. Okay. So the next steps are like we'll do the production configurations and then the data migration. So once this is done, so we are good with to go to user or the department, get it double confirmed. So once this is done, so also we'll have the plan site with this. So on the particular date, so we'll announce that this is the go live. So probably after that we'll have 3 months of post-production support and these things. So these are the
Okay.
stages you will have in implementation.
So these things like while during our discussion, we will discuss during the training, these stages what you explained.
Stages in the sense maybe if you have
Like,
any query you can ask me, but what I will do is that I'll talk about the requirement and then solution and how do you train your users, all those things
okay,
let's see, but not exactly like everything in a project, because if you see, so there are a lot of things that you will see.
okay,
So
okay,
so that's
all
what
right.
maybe if you have any question in specific I can answer that.
Sure, sure. Got it. And third, 13th one, so is it like one after completing this, is it safe to say that I have done 4 to 6 full life cycle implementations using the procurement or order management, inventory and all? Do you think
Yeah, I mean,
this knowledge is
for
sufficient?
full life cycle, I'm not sure because If you see, it depends on the level of this thing that you get. I mean, I can
Okay.
tell you that you can answer it, but again, you can evaluate yourself. So after
Okay.
that session, and I mean, anyway, you can ask the questions and get it clarified. But that's what I can tell you that you will be able to answer it. But if you say for full life cycle, which means the expectation would be huge in terms of what is that you have seen in this project and what is this that apart from this project, so what is that you have per in terms of solution or the workaround. So there will be multiple expectations and the
Oh,
questions that will arise. But
okay.
if you want to say that whether I can say I have completed the implementation, yes, that I can assure.
I see. I got you. Okay. So 14th one is not there. 15th one about the certifications.
Okay.
So 15th one, like there are some certifications on supply chain, no? So those exam
Okay.
topics will be covered as part of this, and we
Okay.
can take up the certification. So
Yeah. So certification again, if you're talking about the implementation consultant
right.
or the implementation professional certificate, so to be frank, even if you complete Oracle's certification, so
Okay.
still you will have questions because I can assist you in terms of how to prepare and these things, but completing this training will give you knowledge in terms of how to implement and these things. But what Oracle will be testing is in terms of real-time scenario, one thing, and the recently I heard that there are recent changes that has taken this year
Okay.
specifically. Okay, so there will be few practical question is what I understood. So
Okay.
considering this, uh, there are two things that you will have to refer to documents. So one is implementation guide and how to use. So these two will help us
Oh,
addition to what we are taking in terms of training.
okay. Mhm.
Okay.
Okay. So, that means like some of the exam topics may not be covered up during this training, right? Because that may be
Because
vast
if
or